Fuck you, I'm smarter, bitch.
I can't believe you're gonna rig this game.
We don't want to feel dumb anymore.
I feel so stupid right now.
We're here to find out if we're actually dumb.
Don't ask us any questions.
Two bumbling morons. Fuck you, I'm smarter. Oh my god, welcome to Fuck You, I'm Smarter, the comedy game show where we compete with a guest to be crowned the smartest person in the room. Zoom.
Thank you so much for that, Lindsay. Where are you right now?
Oh my god, I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah.
I don't know what day it is or where I am.
It's Monday.
Okay, great. I'm probably in New York right now. Where are you?
Oh my gosh, I think I'm in Florida.
What? Are you a snowbird?
I guess so.
Are you in New York to Florida?
I guess. I haven't been to New York for so many years, though. Take me with you. I
We're
miss it.
so young to be going from New York to Florida. I know. I can't believe it.
Can you believe it?
So listen, folks, we're on vacation.
Yeah, in case you hadn't gathered.
Everyone deserves a vacation.
We hope you're on vacation, too.
But we're not skipping an episode.
Oh, no.
We're just on vacation.
We're giving you a special bonus episode.
A boner episode, as we like to call it.
And it's not our podcast, but it is one of Lindsay's other podcasts because she podcast cheats on me with Kirk Pynchon for the Food Fight podcast. It's really fun, and they have me on it as a guest sometimes because
we love you.
Because also I love food.
Well, Kirk is also trying to steal you as my best friend.
I know. You mention it in this episode.
He gets weird and territorial, and he's like...
you get weird and territorial.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Got it.
So anyway, guys, take a listen for yourself. See who's the weird territorial one.
It's not me.
Oh,
obviously.
well, we'll see.
Enjoy Food Fight the podcast, talking about coffee. Why not?
Who
We all
doesn't
love
coffee?
it. And we'll see you next week.
Welcome to Food Fight, the food podcast where we debate food topics despite having no real culinary knowledge, yet we still defend our uneducated opinions to the death. I am your host, Kirk Pynchon.
I'm the other one, Lindsey Gentile.
And each week we take one single food theme and dissect it, discuss it, and debate it within an inch of its life. We offer no answers nor solutions to these food dilemmas, only more chaos. Let's welcome back a friend of Food Fight, an FOFF.
No, but she's my friend first, okay? So don't try to say that she's your friend.
Someone I've known for ages. We've grown up together.
No, lies.
We've laughed together. We've cried together.
Excuse
We've laughed
me.
together.
We've
This
laughed
is my
together.
husband, and everyone needs to know that you only know my husband through moi.
That is correct.
And I like her better.
I'm
That
sure
is
you
also
do.
Yes.
correct.
Kelly Wallace Barnhill.
Yay! Hi, thanks
Kelly's
for having me
back again to help us out with some situations. I thought I'd bring you in early because we have some listener mail and we have a couple of things that I would love for you to sound off on.
Absolutely.
So let's just get into our listener mail. This is from Jovi. Jovi has emailed us before. She says this. Hi, Lindsay and Kirk. I'm glad you read my email on the podcast. There are a couple things I want to say. This is random things. Pop-Tarts are, in fact, a pastry and consist of a thin crust and a layer of frosting. Yes, I think Lindsay and I were like, Pop-Tart is a pastry. We confirm that, right?
Yeah.
What else would it be?
Some people think it's like not
pastry.
Yeah. Well done, Lindsay. Yes.
It's
a what?
just bootsy. A
Oh,
bootsy
bootsy.
pastry.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a place that makes like homemade good Pop-Tarts in Frogtown. I think it's called Just What I Needed. Is that the place? Anyway, shout out.
Why do you have to judge regular Pop-Tarts and you say good Pop-Tarts? Pop-Tarts are wonderful.
Well, I mean, it's different when you're getting it straight out of the oven from a pastry chef than when
Sure.
you're getting it from the box of processed food from the supermarket.
Yeah.
There's a clear difference.
I told Kirk, our friend Tim made homemade Pop-Tarts,
Yes.
and they were so good I
Tim
almost
made
died.
those. Oh my God, those were so good.
I know.
I heard
I've
that would be great
I've
to
never
eat.
had that much passion in my voice about a store-bought Pop-Tart. Although I did used to eat them as a kid.
Yeah, fair enough. That's fair enough. She goes on to say, I disagree with this section. Adults are allowed to say pizza and sushi are their favorite food. I disagree still. I don't think you can say pizza and
You
sushi are your favorite
disagree
food.
that people can have a favorite food?
No.
No, that they can't be pizza or sushi. Kelly,
But that's their
thoughts?
favorite food.
Yes.
I think who are you to tell people what their favorite food is?
I'm the jabroni with a podcast.
Obviously. It's not real. It's not true. You're wrong.
Wait.
It's not.
What's not real?
Your opinion about other people's favorite food is not relevant. It's not. It has no bearing on reality.
I mean, this is literally, you're summing up basically my whole entire life. All of my opinions have no basis in reality. No. But
I was going to I tried to see if Bradley's here, because if I ask him what his favorite food is, he's 100% going to say sushi. 100%.
And this is something you should consider if you want the relationship to go forward.
I love sushi.
It's not as much of a deal breaker for her, I guess, as it is for you, Kirk.
I just think it's too obvious. It's of course pizza.
Why does it have to be obscure? Maybe it's a fan favorite of humanity for a reason.
If you like food, you should look beyond saying pizza and sushi are your favorite.
And maybe you do look beyond it and try many things and are open to many things, but maybe you still come back to your steadfast, standby, old favorite thing that is your favorite. You've gone out in the world and you travel, you circle the globe, and you still come back home, Kirk.
There's no place like home.
Exactly.
I mean, we're like minutes in and I'm feeling ganged up on by both of you.
Yeah,
you knew what you were
made
getting.
this decision.
You decided to invite me on. You knew what this
here.
was.
I thought you were nicer.
I don't know where you got that impression.
There's more to this email, so I'm going to move on.
Okay.
This is shocking. She says she knows someone who doesn't like bacon. Like, I can understand not liking bacon, not eating it. I can understand going health issues, not gonna eat it. I don't understand if you don't have those issues, how you can say you don't like bacon. That to me is odd.
I'm with you on that.
Okay. All right.
I can understand, some kind of dietary or health or moral, reason that you might not eat it. But if you I agree. If you don't have those issues, you taste bacon and you say, I don't actually like that. There's probably something wrong with you.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
What does the listener say? Does she agree?
She just says, I don't think she agrees or disagrees. I think she just knows someone, which I've never met anyone who's ever been like, yeah, I don't like bacon.
I think she should reconsider knowing that person.
Kind of like how I feel with Bradley and Lindsey and the whole sushi thing. Isn't that similar?
I love sushi so much.
No, I don't think it's similar. I think not liking bacon is more sociopathic than having sushi as your favorite food.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that. I really can't. All right. Finishing up. Bread is good and Lindsey is my favorite. Love the show.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Isn't that nice?
See, I'm better than you, Kirk.
Yeah, see that?
If you have a question or comment, send it to us at foodfightthepodcast@gmail.com and we'll read it on the air. Or if you want to holler at Lindsey, you can reach her at
Lindsey Gentile on Instagram. Please write me and tell me how great I am, because it makes me feel better. And it also helps me shove in Kirk's face that I'm just a better human in general.
That's also important. Yeah.
It's also important in life. If you want to holler at Kelly, you can reach her at
on Instagram, my handle is at Kelly, that's KELLY _Wallace Barn Owl. WALLACE Barn Owl. Woohoo!
And if you want to listen to their game show podcast, Fuck You, I'm Smarter.
At Kelly and Lindsey.
That has all the links in the bio.
We'll do that. We'll do that again at the end of the show as well. So let's get into this food poll. It's a combination food poll situation here. On Instagram, I asked, hey, if you have the cash, is fine dining worth it? If money is not an issue, is fine dining worth it? Just under 1,000 people voted. 71% said yes, 29% said no, which I'm very happy about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad that that there are people out there who are like, oh, if I could spend the money, I would totally spend it on fine dining, as opposed to, screw fine dining. I don't care, even if I had the cash.
Because
so
it's about the experience. It's like buying a show ticket. You know, you like get dressed up. The atmosphere is different. It's an event. I think it's worth.
Well, it's like going to a show, going to an art exhibition or something. It's like you're experiencing someone's craft, and it's all about experiencing it in the moment and experiencing it. It's like a once in a lifetime type of event. So like you can't take a show home with you. You can't take a meal home with you, but you had that experience. And so if you're a foodie person and like that's something you enjoy, then it's totally worth it. If you're not, you're in the 29%. And why do you even listen to this podcast? No offense.
Wow, you just killed it.
Thank you.
Wow.
What I'm here for.
What we didn't kill was last week's fine dining food auction episode, which I listened to this morning as I worked out, and
humble brag.
We shit the bed. Well, I gotta give me something.
Yeah,
on this
we shit the bed.
We shit the bed, but not as bad as we thought, or not as bad as I thought.
It's never, when you go back and listen, what I've learned from doing Fuck You, I'm Smarter with Kelly, every time I'm like, that was the worst show. We blew it, or I couldn't speak, or I kept stuttering. It's always better when you listen to it back.
Exactly.
But it was pretty bad.
The concept I fucked up. But it was still a fun show. Kelly, I want to hear your thoughts on this. So we each came up with our own fine dining tasting menu, a 7-course meal.
Okay.
And we're gonna keep mentioning that people, you can listen and go to foodfightthepodcast@gmail.com and vote on your favorite menu, Kirk's menu or Lindsey's menu, or hit up Lindsey. But I want to hear Kelly's thoughts. I have both menus. I'm going to read them to you right now.
I love it. I love reading menus.
Here's Kirk's menu. This is the fine dining food menu, 7-course meal for Kirk.
Open your ear holes. There's 7 things on each
There's
menu.
a lot. There's a fucking lot.
Should I take notes?
Nah.
Okay.
I already fucked up the show. Doesn't matter. Okay. So for Kirk, for my menu, you're having champagne. For an amuse-bouche, you are having...
Wait, is that a course?
No, but you have to have a beverage with it. So
Of course. Okay, got it.
So you are having, it's basically beverage, amuse-bouche, which always is included in the 7-course meal, then the 7-course meal. So you are having champagne. Your amuse-bouche is ahi tuna tartare.
Ooh.
Your soup is a lobster bisque. Your appetizer is oysters on the half shell.
Yeah.
Your salad is an heirloom tomato and burrata salad. Your fish dish is a crispy trout with vinaigrette. Your meat dish is leg of lamb with mint. Your palate cleanser is a cucumber sorbet. And you are finishing it off with your dessert. You're going to have a soft cheese platter.
Oh,
delightful.
Delightful.
Yes.
I'll save it. Save it till the end.
Do you want me to read yours, Lindsey? Because I wasn't sure if you had it. I'm happy to read yours.
You can read mine.
Okay,
read mine.
I'm going to read it in the same intonation so as not to color the situation. Yes. Lindsey's menu, her fine dining menu. You are going to start off with a Sauvignon Blanc.
From New Zealand.
Of course.
Please, no, don't add.
I just wanted to clarify.
Your amuse-bouche is going to be a cod chorizo and pea puree. Your soup is going to be a pumpkin sage bisque. Your appetizer are going to be roasted beets. Your salad is a Bibb salad with a lemon vinaigrette. Your fish is a lemon garlic tilapia. Your meat dish is a beef bourguignon. Your cleanser is a melon sorbet, and you're finishing your meal off with a lemon cream brulee.
Wow.
There's a lot going on there.
What was the amuse-bouche? Chorizo?
It was a cod chorizo and pea puree. So if I had to guess,
cod. I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
okay.
Cod. So it would probably be a spoonful of a little piece of cod and pea puree and a little bit of chorizo.
Lindsey, now I'm curious. I don't know that I've ever had a cod chorizo and pea puree. Did that come out of your brain?
No, we went back and forth and we had to create a menu and we had to barter. So like I got the tilapia, he got stuck with the trout. Like we had to
the trout. You got a fucking roasted beet appetizer.
You weren't happy about the trout.
I know. I learned to love it. No, I learned to love it.
You weren't happy about it.
I learned to love it.
So like I wanted the cucumber sorbet, but I got stuck with the melon. Like we had to like barter.
Yeah. So just initial thoughts. Which one are you leaning more towards?
I have to say I'm leaning more towards Kirk's.
That's okay. I personally would order Kirk's.
Oh, look at that.
What I'd love to do is actually go out to dinner with Lindsey, and she orders one menu and I order the other one.
Yes.
And then we share it. But yeah, you had me at oysters for sure.
I know.
Yeah. And was there like a lobster?
There's lobster bisque.
There's a lobster bisque.
Yeah, I don't know. Just the burrata salad is a nicer salad too. Like I think overall it came together with more things that I wanted more.
This is the best thing I've ever heard.
100%.
Oh, look at that. I feel really good after fucking up the whole fucking math of this.
Can I ask how you fucked it up? Like, what happened with this recording?
Kelly, we're going to do this. I'm going to do another auction. What happened was at the same time, I got carried away and half-assed it all at the same time.
Oh, so I love that combo.
I got carried away because, as Lindsey pointed out, I added way too many choices. Like each course had like 7 or 8.
There was math involved too. There was math.
And then
so
I bailed on the math.
The math was wrong. The math was wrong. He gave like 7 options for each course. So it was like
too many.
It was too many things. It was too many things and the math was all wrong.
Yes. And then I put math in it because you had to bid with each other. And I won the game because Kirk ran out of money. I ran out of money.
Oh, it's like Monopoly.
A little bit. Exactly. And I priced them too high. I priced everything way too high.
This sounds like an episode of Fuck You, I'm Smarter, where I tried to do a math class and got confused halfway through and sort of like the game got messed up.
So what happened was, because of the math, I chose things strategically so I wouldn't run out of money. So my menu's not better, but Kirk chose better things, but he ran out of money, but still... So he has a better menu, but I actually did the game correctly.
So technically his menu is not on the menu. You're the only one. It
can't be because we ran out of money. Yeah.
Right. So you're the only one. Your menu is what's getting put in front of the diner, not Kirk's.
We're going to try it again.
Unless you know the chef.
Right. Oh, okay.
And you say, hey, can you
ask for the special tasting menu?
Hey, can I get the Kirk tasting menu? I really don't want this Lindsey tasting menu. And then
but you got to know somebody.
You got to know somebody. That's
you got to know somebody. You got to know a guy. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I feel better about this. Yeah, Lindsey, we're going to redo this and make it easier and less stupid on my part.
Yeah, and he got to break the rules with the money, but I said, oh no, I don't want roasted beets, and he wouldn't let me choose a different appetizer.
I didn't break the rules with the money. I said I lost. I didn't break a rule. You broke a rule. I said,
You're bad at math.
I'm bad at math. I ran out of money. You win. You straight up tried to fucking cheat.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You're like, I'm picking roasted beets. Oh, I don't want roasted beets. When I said right at the beginning of the game, once you choose, you can't.
All right. Next subject.
Okay.
We're going to try it again.
We're going to try it again. We're going to be better. I'm going to do less math and less choices based on what Lindsey said.
Be best.
Yes.
Be best.
I'm going to be best. But let's just get into the reason why we're here.
Let's do it.
Why Kelly's here. We are going to talk about coffee. Now, I think I'm breaking this down right. For the three of us, I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee. Lindsey, you like coffee, don't necessarily love coffee.
I love coffee, but I typically only drink black coffee.
And Kelly, you are down for all the coffees.
Down to clown with coffee in all its forms. Yes. All preparations. Down,
Okay.
down.
Okay, that sounds about right. Before we start, I'm going to do this thing, and I'm going to play a song about coffee for you guys to listen to. This song fucking jams. It's one of my favorite songs. The song is called Damn Fine Coffee.
Okay.
And it is by a guy who creates, basically he creates beats. And he's got a weird name. If you ask him how to pronounce his name, he's like, yeah, I don't really know. It looks like it's Mount Bird. It looks like his name is abbreviated Mount Bird. MTBRD, Mount Bird. Mm-hmm. But he's like, yeah, I don't really know. But he has the song called Damn Fine Coffee that I'm going to play for you now, and hopefully you can hear. Here we go. I'm just going to play the first part of it. Did you guys hear that?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Okay, just to give you a little taste.
You know, this is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee.
Okay. That is Damn Fine Coffee by some guy named Mount Bird. I love that song.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys like it.
You said that song jams, but the kids these days say that
It slaps. I know, it slaps. But I'm not trying to sound young like you are. I'm just embracing my age. Maybe you should try that.
That's a beat that slaps.
That's a beat that slaps. Yeah. It's a bop.
Yeah, I like it. Can we listen to it more?
I'm going to send you guys to
or?
it. It's we don't own the rights to that. Also, for those who know, it's he is sampling Shaka Khan's Sweet Thing. So that may be why you like it so much. If you know Shaka Khan's Sweet Thing.
Okay.
And the talking part is from Twin Peaks. So we put the two together.
Oh, yeah, he loved coffee.
Yeah, Kyle MacLachlan's character drank coffee.
Oh, God.
And that's why the song is called Damn Fine Coffee. So
love it.
It's a great song. I will send you guys a song because the whole song just sounds like that. The reason why I played that is because to me, as a person who doesn't drink coffee, that song defines my opinions of coffee. Where I was like, to me, coffee is really cool. I wish I drank it so I could be cooler. That's how I feel about coffee. I felt this way for a very long time. Never liked the taste of it. I'm a big tea drinker. I drink tea, green tea throughout the day. Coffee, I can't stand whether it's got cream or milk or anything, how it coats my mouth. I don't like it.
Coats your mouth.
I feel like coffee coats my mouth.
Okay. I just don't have the same physical sensation, so
Yes.
I can't relate, but I believe that you're having that experience. I believe that's true for you. So I don't know.
I don't know
what to say. Yeah.
Thank you for acknowledging my issue, I guess I should say.
Thanks for calling it an issue.
Here you go. Yeah, no, I have many. So for both of you.
We know.
Yes. One of them being math. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being don't give a shit and 10 being I'll kill you if I don't have it. Kelly, how important is coffee to you?
Oh, like wake up in the morning, how much do I need coffee?
Yes.
10.
What about, how many cups of coffee do you think you drink a day?
Define cup.
Serving?
I would say generally between 2 to 5.
Whoa, that's pretty, wow. I thought you were going to be like 2 to 3. So there's some days on a low day
There's
you're
some
drinking
days that
2
it's
cups.
more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some days there's 5 servings of coffee.
Oh, for sure.
That's amazing. Wow, Lindsey, is it just because I know you said you have caffeine issues, so afternoon
I
is not.
have caffeine issues after like noon, but I'm a 9, and I have like 2 cups of coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
Is it back to back in the morning?
Typically it's back to back. If I leave my house for a few clients and I come back early enough, I'll do another cup like when I get home.
Mm-hmm.
But typically it depends on like if I'm working from home or leaving the house.
Okay. Has there ever been a morning where you've like, I don't need a coffee today?
Yes, I've had that experience of not. I've had the experience of not drinking coffee by choice.
Mm-hmm.
For mostly the only reason that will happen is if I'm feeling really, really sick, like I have like a chest infection or like a nasal congestion, like a lot of stuff going on physically. I will drink tea instead. And I drink tea also, but not quite as much as coffee, but I also love tea. So I will drink tea because if I'm feeling sick sometimes, because it feels like a little bit more nourishing and healthier to me. Okay.
Do you alternate? Do you do like coffee and tea throughout the day ever? Like, I'll have a coffee now and a tea now. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you wired all day long?
No,
or
I think it doesn't
really
have
affect you?
No, it doesn't have as much of an effect. Like the first cup of coffee is the most important one. And then like maybe like a mid-afternoon coffee to help, that like 3 o'clock or whatever when you're feeling like really tired. That's a nice pick-me-up as well. But no, I mean, it reaches a peak. You know how, well, maybe you don't, but like, on like some big drinking day, it's like, I could drink another drink, but I'm not going to get any drunker. I'm like leveled out,
Yes. Nope, I remember
there's a plateau with caffeine as well.
Yes.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Wow. 2 to 5 is impressive.
Yeah, I've also been drinking a lot of coffee my whole life. So it's like, I'm like an addict. It's like I need a lot more than maybe the average person to like have the same effect.
Like cocaine, you just got to, just to maintain.
Yeah, I need to maintain, baby.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I feel like for me, so our friend Miranda, she was doing these like supplements, and with the supplement you don't drink any coffee. So for like a week or 2, I was drinking hot tea in the morning. And what I realized was I just really like the hot beverage and the comfort. And it's more of like when someone's addicted to smoking, they're addicted to like the oral fixation of it, not the actual nicotine. It's like those kinds of people. I think I'm a little bit of that. I think I could switch to a tea and be totally fine. If I just switched to tea and never looked back, I truly think I could do that. But it's more like the ritual of it. That's
kind of what I talk about when I have like coffee. I have coffee aspirations. And those coffee aspirations for me are the ritual. Like
the experience of it.
Yes. I want to be like a jag-off pretentious coffee drinker. I want to like insist on a French press. I want to poo-poo other coffees. I want to know, I want to drink the civet coffee, which comes out of that civet's ass, which is supposed to be amazing.
I'm sorry?
There's a civet coffee that I think the civet is the animal. It's really expensive
kind of
coffee.
Like cat-like thing, right?
Yes. And it eats these berries and its digestive system like strips it down to like the bean. It becomes like this coffee bean. And then these people pick the coffee beans out of the civet shit, clean it up, and sell it as high-end expensive coffee.
Nah, I'm all right.
You're good? You're good with that?
Yeah, I'm okay.
That's where I am.
You want to be that level of douchebag.
Yes.
But it's like even like a vacation, like Kelly and I wake up in the morning, we have a cup of coffee together. If we go away together, like it's a ritual alone and with a partner. Like it's a nice little like
it is.
Tete-a-tetes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
that's
nice
what I want. And you can get that with tea.
You can do it with tea.
Before. But
You
there's
could totally do a tea.
and I have. It's just a different vibe with the coffee.
And there's a high end like tea culture as well that you can get into.
Oh,
you know
I
what
am.
I mean? You could be.
I'm a Jagoff tea drinker, 100%.
Well, there you go. So you already have one. Why do you have to be a Jagoff coffee drinker too, Kirk?
Because my Jagoffness needs to be at a 10 and it's only at a 9.
I see. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me bring up this, because this is also related to like my coffee aspirations. And it might sound like a weird question, but is coffee sexy?
Yes.
It can be, yeah, but it can also make you poop, and it's like very functional.
I'm going to separate these two things.
Let's please. Yes.
I want to parse both. I'm going to go with the easier one first. I didn't know coffee made you poop. Coffee makes you poop?
Yes.
I thought it just made you. I thought it just made you pee. Coffee makes you poop?
No.
Makes you poop.
If Kelly and I don't wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, and poop before we leave the house, it's like your whole day is a totally different day.
It's all part of the ritual.
That's part of your ritual.
Of course.
Yeah.
You have to poop before you start your day.
Oh, 100%. But I didn't know coffee was the catalyst.
It helps.
No, if you
Helps
live
a
with
lot.
people, like Kelly knows, like if you have roommates, like my boyfriend and I wake up and we're like, all right, here we go. Like the train is going on the tracks. Like, yeah, it's a huge part of the. So yes, it can be sexy, but I also think it could be like really functional and just like practical.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Let's take a turn to the sexy then, because I have my thoughts about it. How in your terms can coffee be sexy? Either one of you.
I think, again, like how food is a sensual experience and the artistry around it, if you're doing something really well or very intentionally, like I think that there's something sexy about that.
I agree. Yes.
Yeah.
I think in that pretentiousness, there is some sort of sexiness about getting the coffee.
Getting a coffee at like a nice coffee shop. Maybe the barista has a really nice beard. I don't know. Like I'm just like he could be hot. So, but also just the sensual experience of like drinking a really nicely prepared coffee. Like that those sensual pleasures to me are sexy.
I agree. And I think it's also, I don't know if tea gives that vibe sometimes. I think it's a little different. That's a
great question. Interesting, Kirk.
I think because of the preparation of certain coffee drinks, there in that ritual of it, there's an inherent sexiness to it. Whereas tea, even if you're doing loose leaf tea, you're either bagging it or putting it in a dispenser or steeping it and just waiting. Yeah.
It's a little more hands. It's a little more hands off. That's what it is.
Yes.
And with like coffee, you're getting the espresso. There's the steam. You could burn yourself.
Yes.
It's very like in your face, kind of like you got to get it at the timing right. You know.
I think of it as like coffee is like a hot leather jacket, whereas tea is like a cute little sundress. You know, or like it's
totally
like a jean jacket. You know, it's
I'm
like,
wearing the sundress.
Yeah, you
it doesn't have the same bite.
I think I have the legs to pull off a sundress, so I'm happy with that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to go real quick. Does a barista with a beard make the coffee better? A little bit? If it's a good beard?
Yeah,
part of the experience.
And tattoos. You gotta add some tattoos though too.
Okay, yes, because we're going to talk a little bit about coffee houses, which I fucking love coffee houses. They're some of my favorite things to do. One of my favorite things to do that I can eventually go back to now that we're getting out of this pandemic is going to a coffee house that has good tea, getting some tea, getting a pastry, and just sitting there with a book. Oh,
totally.
Fuck yeah.
Love it. Oh, it's a great experience. Yeah. One of my first jobs was working at a coffee house. I worked at a couple different coffee houses. Yeah.
Okay. Were they independent coffee houses?
The first one I worked at, actually I don't remember which was first. Okay. One was like a independently owned coffee house in, like a little shopping center. And then the other one was the coffee beanery at the Pembroke Lakes Mall in South Florida.
Wow.
Chain. It was a chain.
Okay. See,
actually, I think it was a franchise, so sort of independently.
Still different. So, because I actually worked at Starbucks once.
Really?
In Chicago, in my early 20s, I worked there for like 7 or 8 months.
How was that?
It's hard. Starbucks is a hard job. Good company because they give you a lot of benefits.
Right.
I can't comment on the coffee because I never drank it. And they hired me, and during training, we were doing a tasting. And they're like, so Kirk, what do you think of this coffee? I was like, I don't know. I don't drink coffee. And they're just like, why the fuck did we hire you? Jesus Christ. I was like, no, I don't drink coffee. So they had to like, whenever someone would ask, a customer asking me about a coffee, I would always go, well, it's a medium blend and it's robust. And I would just leave it at that. And that would be my catchphrase.
For any coffee.
For any coffee.
Love
whether
it.
it was dark. I'd be like, oh, it's medium bodied and it's robust. And then that would be it. Because that's all I could stomach.
I'm sure no one would taste the coffee and be like, this is not robust. I want my money back.
Can I talk to the
I
manager,
feel like
please?
people would. I actually feel like people would. I feel like
At
people
Starbucks,
are
it's like,
crazy
I don't know.
about coffee.
People are
Did you
crazy
see-
about coffee.
There was a thing that circulated in the news, like there were 17 modifications of a coffee
Yes.
order, and
That's obnoxious.
the Starbucks person posted it. 60,
Bless you.
and they got fired. Thank you. They got fired for posting the mods.
That is overkill. That over ordering can
It was
fuck
crazy.
off.
That
Like,
can fuck off. Yeah.
They didn't have
there's-
that. Oh, go ahead.
There's people, like my brother worked at Starbucks, and he would tell me there's people that are like, I wanted this many degrees, these beans,
Yeah.
this temperature, this, like, it's crazy.
Go home
Yeah.
and make it yourself.
Yeah.
They can't.
We
Then
had
you
to do
can't.
that.
Then you shouldn't have that many needs.
Yeah, exactly. Limit
Yeah.
your needs when you're in line
Limit
at
your
Starbucks.
needs to the environment. Like if
Yes.
that's come on. Like there's 20 people behind you in line. Just get your coffee.
Yeah, and what happens is it's an assembly line. So like, especially when I work there, it's like you have someone doing the steam, you have someone doing the espresso, and you're doing all these things.
Yeah.
And it's an assembly line. And once someone gets a special order, it stops it. And it just
For sure.
fucks
It throws the
everything
whole
up.
it's a cog in the wheel? No, it's a wrench in the wheel.
It's a wrench in the cog.
It's a cog's wrench.
That's what it is.
It's
That's
a cogless wrench.
That's right. That's exactly the phrase.
Yeah.
It's a
100%.
cogless wench.
It is.
Boom.
That person who ordered 17 modifications
Yeah.
is definitely a cogless wench.
Yes, 100%. A couple more things before I get into specific types of coffee. Coffee and cigarettes. Did you guys ever partake in the past?
Oh,
Yeah,
of
I
course.
did.
I mean,
It's a beautiful
That's a
combination.
food.
is so cool.
That's a
Food
poop
factory.
recipe right there.
Oh,
That's a
is
food
it?
factory. Yeah.
And then
Instant.
my friend Rania used to say that sometimes she would say she was having a whore's breakfast, which was coffee, cigarette, and birth control pill.
Unbelievable.
Oh, I love that. I
So
love that.
funny.
Listen,
She's like, I'm just having my whore's breakfast.
it's my horse breakfast, no big deal. I don't drink coffee. I've never smoked, but the two together, every time I see it, I go, God, that's fucking cool.
It is. Unfortunately, cigarettes are terrible for you, but
Yes.
unfortunately, that is cool and it's a great combo. I have to say,
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. Yeah.
I mean, I just look at it and I go, back in the 90s when I was single, if I saw a girl with coffee and cigarette, I'd be like, wow,
Yeah.
you are really cool. I really
it reminds me
you.
of like Reality Bites or something.
Yes,
Like, it's like,
exactly.
yeah.
And it's like you're surviving, you're surviving off coffee and cigarettes. And it's just so cool.
Yeah.
I really,
Yeah.
really dig it. On a related note, we're talking about coffee. We're talking about people we're attracted to with coffee. When you are dating someone and they randomly say, hey, do you want to go get some coffee? Should you be worried?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
on the intensive? Does that
Is
sound
that
like
where people have broken up with you in the past, Kirk?
No. Did I strike a nerve in myself? No.
Yeah, I think so. Because I would I'd be like, of course, I always want coffee.
Okay. Oh, no. I did that once and it did not end well. But I was the breaky because
You were the breaker
I was
or
the
the
breaker.
breaky?
I was the breaker.
The breaker.
I was the breaker, and it was one of these really cool Chicago coffee houses. I think it was called Cafe Voltaire, which is super pretentious.
That sounds about right.
Super pretentious.
And
Yeah,
it was in a basement, and we met there, and I was like, hey, I'm going back to my old girlfriend, which was a lie.
Ooh.
I just lied.
Oh, you wanted to have a reason.
She kissed with her teeth, and it was kind of being problematic for me.
That's a hard thing to say to someone.
Yeah, I can't say, hey, you literally are mashing your teeth against mine, so.
You know what, Kirk? I think you can. You can say that now. We're allowed to be honest about those types of things now.
Well, it doesn't help me now.
No, you don't need it now.
I don't need it now, but I lied back then. But I have also seen and witnessed breakups in coffee houses, and I've literally just I'm done with my tea. I'm just going to sit here and listen because it's fascinating.
Free show.
I've never seen that.
Really?
I've seen like in New York there were like public breakups like on street corners, but I never saw
restaurants.
like a coffee house. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I actually
I've seen couples
like
fighting.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen a breakup in a restaurant.
I did
a breakup in a restaurant.
Ooh, you did?
I did a break. I was the breaker in a restaurant.
Was it planned or was it spontaneous?
It was, I think it was planned. And now looking back, I'm like, that's
a ballsy move.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Like I should have waited until either after we enjoyed the dinner. I think that's what I wanted to do, but I was like, oh, I just got to say it. But I also should have just not gone to dinner that time. I think it's like, then you're ruined a nice dinner that you're paying money. Why? Yeah.
That's the last memory
this
person
you live
has
and you learn.
of you.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he can never go to that restaurant again. Or maybe he can. Maybe he doesn't care about that much about me. He's fine. But
I'm sure he's listening right now going, yeah, I can't go back to that restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into some coffees. Both of you have East Coast connections. So I'm curious, do you give a fuck about Dunkin' Coffee, aka Dunkin' Donuts coffee? They don't call it Dunkin' Donuts anymore. It's now Dunkin'.
Right.
Now,
people are obsessed with Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Yes.
And when we lived in New York, there were a lot of Dunkin' Donuts. I never really understood it. It was always very watered down to me, and I like a stronger coffee. Or it was very sweet and I like a stronger coffee. So I never really got behind the Dunkin' Donuts thing.
okay.
I like Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Of course you do.
Yeah. I don't know that I liked it more than other coffees, but if it was between a Dunkin' Donuts and a Starbucks, I would hands down prefer the Dunkin'.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
And I think the reason that some people like it a lot is because when you order it with, if you order it light with milk, they actually put half and half in it. So it tastes like richer.
Oh, okay.
And I think that was one of the draws, which I enjoy. I like half and half.
Because having gone to school in New England where Dunkin' was everywhere, everyone fucking loved Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Yeah.
I was just, I guess I didn't drink it, but I was like, why is this a big, obviously
it's good coffee. I think their coffee's pretty good.
It's such a big deal.
I always enjoyed it.
They dropped the donuts because now they want to be known more as just a drink place.
Yeah. Well, I don't really care about donuts, but I used to get a everything bagel sandwich with my coffee. There.
Oh, interesting.
Wait.
On the way to high school, every day we went to Dunkin' Donuts and got iced coffee and like a muffin.
Oh, that seems like a good high school
Donuts.
sugar overload combination.
Yep.
So no coffee and donut, no old school coffee and donut for you, Kelly.
I don't care about donuts that much.
Wow. That's weird.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I feel like that would be a good fun combination too. Coffee and donut.
That's a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
I like sugar in my coffee. Not a ton, but I do like it a little bit sweet. So to have something sugary with it that is sugar overload for me, and I don't like it. It's too much.
While we're here, how do you take your coffee?
Right now I'm using farmer's market honey with whole milk.
Wow, look at you. And then Lindsey, what is your go-to coffee?
I like a black coffee with like cinnamon, like brewed with cinnamon or cinnamon sticks. And if I really wanted like a little bit sweeter, I love half and half, like a little half and half in my coffee.
It's a little naughty.
And I've had honey is very good as well.
Honey in coffee seems weird to me.
I used to think so too until I started Till I ran out of sugar one time and I started using honey, and then I'm like, I like this better.
Yeah, it's nice.
Do you drink straight black ever?
Yeah,
Either one of you.
I'll drink straight black.
And you're fine.
99% of the time I get a black coffee.
Okay. See, to me, that just seems really cool too. Just give me a fucking black coffee, nothing.
Yeah, with your cigarette.
With my cigarette, yeah, and my ripped jeans.
And your leather jacket.
My leather. No, well, I guess it would be my sundress over my ripped jeans. So.
Right. Yeah, your leather jacket over your sundress. Perfect.
Oh yeah,
that's super 90s with like some Doc Martens.
Ah, yes, that's right. I'm listening to Silverchair.
Yeah.
I hate
Silverchair. Such a random reference.
I hate that.
Oh my God. When I was in high school, there was this girl that I was friends with, and she swore that she was dating the lead singer of Silverchair.
Lies.
And when he would like look at the camera in an interview or something, she would be like, he told me he was looking at me. Or like if he went like this on stage, she'd be like, he told me that was like, peace, I love you to me. And she had a whole story for years that she was dating the guy from Silverchair.
Wow. And she definitely was not. This is a crazy person, right?
I don't know. Her name was Erica, and that was her thing.
Erica, we're going to need you to write in.
Yeah. Erica, if you're listening, let us know.
Hear your side
and if you're still with him, because that would be lovely too.
Yeah.
And still have a relationship.
What a love story.
A love story for the ages. I mentioned it before. I want to bring it up again because I think it's cool. French press coffee. Worth it?
We use a French press. Yeah.
You guys are pretentious coffee drinkers, and I'm saying that as a compliment.
Thanks.
You know what's interesting?
Right.
I think men like a coffee machine. Like I think a lot of guys I've dated have been like, you need a coffee machine. I'm like, I have a coffee machine. It's a French press.
Yeah.
Like that's how I make my coffee.
Yeah.
I tend to find that a lot of men in my life prefer a coffee machine, and I prefer a French press.
Would that be just straight up men are lazy?
Maybe. The only thing I miss about a coffee machine, because my ex, when we lived together, we had a machine. I liked putting the cinnamon on the top with the coffee.
Oh, okay.
So the water filtered through. It was really nice. And I don't know how to do that with a French press.
I put cinnamon in my coffee every day, and I just so I don't think that a coffee machine is any easier than a French press. Like you literally scoop the coffee and put it into the French press. I have an electric kettle that heats the water really quickly. And then I sprinkle my cinnamon in with the coffee bean, the ground coffee beans in the French press, and then pour the water over it and then stir it. And
I guess it's the same.
Okay.
I guess it's the same. Do either one of you do cold brews? Because that's a hipster thing.
I mean,
I'll order it sometimes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a go-to though.
I make my coffee usually, so I don't have any outside coffee go-tos at the moment.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. Do you know the difference? And I just learned this when doing research. Cold brew versus ice. There's a difference between cold brew and iced coffee.
Yeah,
I think it's way more concentrated and has a lot more caffeine, right?
No, I think it's just the preparation.
It's the preparation.
Like cold brew uses cold water, and so it takes longer because it uses cold water to brew it instead of pouring boiling water over. So it doesn't like cook the coffee. It slowly like steeps the stuff out of it. Is that right, Kirk?
Yes. Wow. Kelly is a coffee aficionado.
I tend to find that they crack me out a lot more than a regular iced coffee.
Oh, it really gets you a little more hyped.
Interesting. Maybe you're getting more. Maybe it's extracting more stuff over time.
Well, this is what they said. It said cold brew is made without heat, which creates lower acidity for a smoother, naturally sweet taste.
Yeah.
Iced coffee is brewed double strength, then cooled, which creates a refreshing lighter body. So
because you're putting it over ice. That's how we would do it at the coffee beanery. You double strength brew it and then let it cool, and then you pour it over ice, so it waters it down. So it's not like it's actually, because if you did only single strength, it would get really watery. So you make it strong.
Makes sense.
You see?
Makes sense. Yeah, I would be one of those cold brew guys who insists on a cold brew. Just again, to be a coffee jagoff. All right, let's go into a couple
I
of
like
things.
that you're doing it like to be in people's face about it. Like,
oh my God. That's why I'm doing this podcast with Lindsey. The whole fucking purpose. It's a green light to be an ass. All right. I'm going to bring up some coffee drinks. Would like to hear your hot takes on them. Lattes. Are you guys latte people? Or are you like, that's too much milk? Love a latte.
It's a little too much milk for me. I typically go for a cappuccino or like a macchiato.
Okay. We're going to get to those next, but I wanted to bring up, have either one of you, and I only know this because I worked at Starbucks, had a breve latte?
yes.
Yes.
Oof. Breve latte, for those who know, it's instead of milk, it's half and half that you're steaming.
Delicious.
It's a keto thing now.
Oh, it's a
if you're
keto
on
thing
keto,
now.
you can have half and half, or you can have cream. So people will have a breve latte.
Interesting. That
Why?
makes sense.
Why is that more like instead of milk? It's like
Milk has
more
sugar
fat?
in it. Yeah, so you can have the fat of the half and half or the cream.
So you get that fat feeling, but you don't get the sugar? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. It doesn't have as many carbs as milk does.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Did not know that.
I will tell you this. If you ask for a breve latte at a coffee house, it's a pain in the fucking ass. Because
Really?
yes, because you have to take they have pitchers of milk there waiting to steam. At least we did at Starbucks. You have your whole milk in for a breve, you got to get a whole other container, fill it with half and half. And half and half takes longer to steam. So you're just fucking sitting there waiting for this breve, for this half and half to steam so you can make the one breve latte. And again, wrench in the system. Wrench in the cog wrench. Cog wench. That's what it does.
Wench.
Cog wench. You're a cog wench if you're getting a breve latte. Cappuccino. Okay. You love a cappuccino, Lindsey. Are you a dry to the bone cappuccino where it's almost like a macchiato, or you like a little bit of milk in it?
I like it more like a macchiato, but I will take one with milk if they don't understand what I need.
Wow. You guys are jagoffs. This is great.
I like
think I'm perfectly
in
reasonable.
between.
You
I like
it
in between.
Okay.
Like there was this place La Monarca that we used to live near. It's a chain
Love
in
La
LA.
Monarca.
It's Mexican coffee, and they would have this amazing. You could get this drink, and they would say, "Do you want it as a macchiato or a latte?" And I would say, "Can you do it in between?"
Oh, okay. Okay. Kelly Cappuccino, obviously you got to be here.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Do you care if it's dry or a little on the wet side?
I like more milk, which is why I usually get a latte.
You get a latte.
But I love a cappuccino. Yeah, so I would think as the more milk, the merrier for me. Yeah.
That was the cappuccino. When I worked at Starbucks, cappuccinos were the ones where people were really like, you fucked this up, do it again.
So
because,
the cappuccino people are more assholes than the latte people?
Yes,
Thank
because
you.
if it's not enough foam for them, they're like,
Right.
oh, this
Right.
is too wet.
It's
They would
really
do that.
confusing.
Yeah, I don't really
Everyone's
care about the
cappuccino.
foam. I like the
Everyone's
like,
version of a cappuccino is different, I think.
Yeah, I think so. But I think sometimes people say cappuccino, but they mean latte or a foamy latte,
Right.
which is a lot of
Right.
milk, but then a bunch of foam on the top. That's a foamy latte.
Yeah.
Whereas
Right.
the cappuccino, it should be mostly steamed milk. And then sometimes, because I worked there in the summer, you would get idiots who would be like, I want an iced cappuccino, which doesn't really exist. That's like an iced cappuccino is an iced latte. But they would insist that you steam the milk,
Put foam on
and
it.
then put it on.
pour it over the ice, which basically curdles the milk. But
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
assholes. Starbucks is a hard job. I worked there from 5
Yeah.
a.m. to 1 p.m., Monday through Friday.
That's a rough
It's
shift.
tough.
And
Coffee people.
it was rough because people 6 a.m. need that fucking coffee.
Right.
Need the coffee. All
Assholes
right.
like me are coming in like, this is a number 10 level
Yes.
intensity for me. This has to happen or I'll kill you.
I need it now. I need it now. Okay. Lindsey, you mentioned espresso macchiato, which is basically a single shot of espresso with foam on top you're a fan of. Have you ever, either one of you, had a espresso campana?
Oh,
I don't know. What is that?
What is it?
It's the exact same thing, except it's topped with whipped cream instead of foam milk.
Oh, I've had that.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. I didn't think you would be one for it, Lindsay. I figured you would be a macchiato person, so that makes
It
sense.
sounds delicious, but I don't know if I've had it.
Because like it's this big, so how much?
Yes.
How much like whipped cream could possibly be on
it's like
top?
that
It sounds
much,
like a lovely little like accompaniment to a dessert at a restaurant or something.
It's a little bit of a
Like
pick
that.
me up on the go type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mochas.
I'm down.
And you're down. You are down. I'm so impressed. You truly are a coffee drinker. You're down for whatever.
I'm down.
Lindsay, mocha too sweet for you?
Too sweet.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, like so it kind of depends. Am I having this like as a dessert treat? Am I having this? Because there are times like even at La Monarca when I would get some of their like specialty delicious like latte preparations with like either mocha, they have ones with like cinnamon and coconut and all kinds of stuff. I would ask for it half as sweet as they normally would prepare it. So
okay.
it kind of depends. But if like this is my dessert and I'm craving sugar, then I'll get it. Yeah. But
Okay. So it's not necessarily I'm waking up in the morning and having a mocha.
no, I never would do that.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
That's probably too sweet for me. But as a treat, yeah. I'll have
Yeah, as a treat or like
I
at
feel
Christmas.
like that would make you crash
I think so
all
too.
the
Yeah,
sugar,
too much
in the
sugar.
morning.
I would think so too. And also, at the Christmas time, you get the peppermint mocha.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I'm down.
That was a big thing at Starbucks too. A couple more before we get into a speed round game, and the game does not involve math, so no one worry.
Thank
Thank God.
I know. Frappuccino. Would you judge an adult for ordering one? Yeah. Come on, Kelly. I see that face.
I mean, I wouldn't be friends with them probably.
That's a judge. Yeah. That's basically you're judging them. You're basically going, I'm judging you.
I just judged a woman. I watched her walk out of a Starbucks with like a pink frappuccino. And I was just like,
time, to each his own.
God.
If that brings you joy, whatever. We're probably not going to be close, but like, I'm not going to, begrudge you your frappuccino. I just don't think we're going to really get along. We're not going to have a lot in common.
Okay. I obviously would judge, even though I don't drink coffee, because I'm like, just
Of course.
if you're
just get a milkshake.
Yeah. Don't fucking get coffee. Don't say you like coffee and then get a frappuccino. Get a milkshake.
Get a
Get a
milkshake.
smoothie. Don't get this bullshit. It's not coffee.
I mean,
It's
there's
not
coffee in there,
It's
isn't there?
So
Yeah,
gross.
there's coffee in there, but I would think the ratio would be 90-10. 10% coffee, 90% all the other iced and sweets. And yeah. I like Lindsay says, it's a shake. Frappuccinos are what like Lily and her
Kids.
friends go get because they're like, we're going to Starbucks on our own.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would get it as a child. I would
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Similarly, if you were on a date and you're going out for coffee and your date's like, I'll have a frappuccino.
No, it would be weird.
That would be
No.
weird, right?
get it. No second date.
Wow. Yes, Kelly.
It would be weird.
Now, Lindsay,
I
when you
have
say it would be
standards.
weird, thank you, Kelly. Lindsay, are you saying that would be weird, but you're like, I'll give it a try?
Yeah, I don't think I could judge someone just for that weird.
Lindsay's a
choice,
nicer person
but-
than I am. You thought I was the nice one, but it's not
I
true.
really honestly am shocked because I thought Kelly was the nice one.
But I'd have to look at it and go like, what time of day is it? Is this his dessert? I would say like, wow, what a choice. Do you do that all the time? Like I would need more information.
That's a judge.
Wow, what a choice. That's an interesting choice.
That is a passive aggressive judge right there.
I think you do need to know how often does he order this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll take it one step further. You go, that's an interesting choice. Do you order that often? He's like, well, that's my coffee drink.
Okay, how many times a week are you drinking a because I'm already in the like do I want to raise children with a person who drinks a cappuccino several times a week? Like these are big issues here.
If he's going out for coffee, he's getting a frappuccino. No,
we're talking about arteries. We're talking about health risks. I mean, we're really talking about a lot more than just taste. A frappuccino.
Thank you, Kelly. We're talking about taste. Fuck all the health stuff. We're talking about taste.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know.
Lindsey?
I would go out with him again, but I would need a lot more information.
Okay.
Fair.
Lindsey, do you think you're being nicer because Kelly is on the show right now?
No. Okay. You think I'm being nicer?
Do I make you nicer?
Yeah, I was just curious.
To be the opposite of
Kelly and I have a thing where we're never annoying at the same time, but I don't know if we have a thing where we're never mean at the same time, you know?
It's possible.
All right.
Maybe.
Although I think we ganged up on Kirk about Bloody Marys.
Yeah. That's still.
And we
brunch.
ganged up on him in the beginning of this episode.
I know.
Sure.
I'm aware. I'm still recovering.
True.
All right. Let's get to a few more of these. We'll bang these out. Another one that I'm fascinated by, and to me, this is the one, like, if I drank coffee, I would drink this one, and I would just brag about it all the time, is a red eye.
That's a coffee with an espresso in it?
Coffee with one shot of espresso in it. That would be my drink to show that I'm a coffee drinker of like, yeah, I'll get a red eye. Thanks.
See, a red eye is not casual like that for me. A red eye is like, that's because I really need it. Like, I'm literally taking a red eye flight, and I'm like that's like deep need of a pick-me-up. It's not like, that's not casual for me.
Got it. So that is shit's going down. Mm-hmm. I need to be prepared. I'm getting a red eye. Okay.
Yeah,
Does it taste different?
It's like a really strong coffee.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's just like a strong coffee.
Okay. And same for you, Lindsey?
I mean, yeah, I think I would like that, but I would have to drink that in the morning.
Okay.
You know what I like that I had? I don't remember. I think it was in some maybe like a Chinese bakery in somewhere in New York or Philly. I don't remember. I had tea with espresso in it. It was really good.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
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 Anyway,
that's an
option for you. It was actually very good because, I don't know, that just the taste was. I like how those two flavors went together.
Mm. Oh, interesting. I have seen that and heard that. I have never tried that. Going to take a 180. Irish coffee with a little something in it. Do you guys?
That's a fun treat.
Yeah, right.
It's a fun treat.
A little bit.
It's a fun treat.
Now, what is your little something? Because I thought traditionally it was like whiskey.
Yeah, it can be whiskey, or sometimes people do a sweet, like a Bailey's or something.
Oh, that's right. A Bailey or a Kahlua. Okay.
And that has whipped cream on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, if you're doing a coffee with Kahlua, doesn't that just coffee taste on coffee taste?
It's
but it has the sweet, liquor.
Okay. I would rather have that with whiskey in it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a coffee and Jameson.
Yeah.
Now, when are you drinking that? How are you?
On vacation.
On vacation.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You two on vacation must be something.
We're fun.
I can imagine you are a lot of fun. Emphasis on the a lot. I'll
What a
leave it
dig.
at that. You're fun. You're a lot of fun.
We're not a lot. We're chill. We just want to relax and for everybody to have fun.
Chill.
We're not we're not too intense. We like to chill. You know,
like to chill with your coffee and how you like it. Let's finish this off before we get into some tasting. I'm going to do this super fast, just to get in the food aspect of it. Coffee flavored foods. So I'm just going to do a speed run of this. I'm going to go back and forth. I want to hear your yays or nays on all of these coffee flavored foods. So no middle. This is for Lindsey. I'm looking at you, Lindsey. Lindsey, please no. I'd try it. I wouldn't say no. Well, I wouldn't kick it out of bed, or I don't know. It depends on my mood. Please give me yay or nay.
Got it.
Okay?
All right.
All right, we're going to start with Kelly because she's our guest. Here we go.
Thank you.
Kelly, Coffee flavored ice cream, yay or nay?
Yay.
Lindsay.
Yay.
Coffee flavored cookies, Kelly, yay or nay?
Yay.
Lindsay.
Yay.
Yay. Coffee flavored cereal.
Nay.
Yay.
Ah.
I would try that.
All right. Can't say that.
I don't like cereal.
Okay. All right. Coffee flavored chocolate, yay or nay?
Yay.
Yay.
All right. Coffee flavored yogurt, yay or nay?
Nay. Looks like a no face to me.
Wow.
Yay. I would try it.
No,
Yay.
you can't say it.
You can't say that.
It's a yay or nay.
Yay.
All right.
Yay.
Okay. By the way, these are all real. I'm not making these up. I actually found these. So, coffee flavored granola, yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay.
Okay. Coffee flavored spread, like a spread that's like a peanut butter and Nutella, except it's coffee flavored.
Nay.
Yay.
Ooh, okay. I know the answer for Lindsay. Coffee flavored hard candies.
Yay.
Ha! Both of you. I figured. Coffee flavored almonds, yay or nay?
Yay.
Nay.
All right, now we're getting weird. Coffee flavored olive oil, yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay.
Coffee flavored liquor, yay or nay?
Yay.
Yay.
Okay. Coffee flavored potato chips.
Nay.
Nay.
Okay. Coffee flavored jelly, like a jam.
Nay.
Nay.
Coffee flavored gum.
Nay.
Nay.
Okay.
Ugh.
Well done. Well done. That was our list.
Those are some weird ones.
Those
at the
are
end.
Like
actual
coffee
ones at the
breath, like
Yeah, they actually exist.
Super weird.
I think what I've learned is I'm surprised that Lindsay said yay to coffee flavored yogurt.
Yeah, that sounds.
I would
horrible.
try it.
That sounds.
That's not an option.
That's not. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for policing Lindsay, because
See, somebody's got to.
Somebody's got to.
Doesn't listen.
No, she doesn't. All right, now it's time for How's It Taste?
How's it taste?
This is the part of the show where we surprise each other with a food based on the theme of today's show to see if we like it. Since today's episode is all about coffee, that's what we'll be tasting. Kelly, you've been drinking coffee this whole time, so I'm assuming that's the coffee you're going to talk about, or is there a
I have
separate
two
one?
coffees in front of me right now.
Now, was that specifically for this, or just in general? There might be times where you have two coffees.
No, I will often have like several drinks in front of me, especially at like a hungover brunch.
I've heard.
But I will not usually have two different coffees in front of me. I'll usually just do them like one at a time.
Okay.
But so this is my drinking coffee, my iced coffee. That's my beverage like while we're recording.
Okay.
And then this is for the specific segment, I prepared a different coffee.
That is a lovely mug.
A mug that
That's a
Lindsay
lovely
gave to
mug.
me. Thank you.
What does it
gave
say?
that to her.
That is really cute. What does that
It
say?
says
on the
inside it says T-Rex.
Oh, for
TEA
tea.
Rex. But I'm drinking coffee
Isn't that
out
cute?
of it. I
That
think
is
it's
cute.
okay.
I don't like that you're drinking coffee out of that because that's not correct, but that's okay.
Well, I drink tea out of it too, Kirk. Okay.
Good. All right.
Sometimes I've even once I drank milk out of it while I was dunking cookies and into it. Okay, like leave me alone.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I have made a latte.
Oh, you made one.
I made a latte. So I have a milk frother. I have an espresso, just like a stovetop, one of those like metal espresso, whatever. They're like Italian. I forget what they're called. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And then I have a milk frother so I put some milk into a small pot on the stove and I heat it gently. And then what I put to make this special, I put a little bit of coconut oil because I like the flavor of coconut.
You're putting
my coffee?
coconut oil in your coffee.
And
It's like a bulletproof coffee.
Cinnamon and nutmeg sprinkle.
Wow, that's a lot. Oh, I'm sorry, Lindsay.
And so
You
I
said
frothed the coffee with my little hand frother. Super easy, takes 2 seconds, and it literally makes beautiful steam and foam.
Now, before you taste, Lindsay, you mentioned bullet coffee. Is that? I thought that was butter, or it can be any sort of fat in it.
It's ghee.
Ghee, that's
or
right.
butter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
this
it
is
is
the
kind of-
Kelly version.
The Kelly version of bulletproof, I guess.
Okay, so
Yeah.
homemade latte with some coconut oil.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you sprinkle in?
Cinnamon and nutmeg.
Wow. Look at with the cup. Sorry if it's cold because we've been talking for so long.
It is a little cold, but it's still really good. It has a lot of flavor. And you get that sort of bulletproof coffee, which I do love, that like fattiness and like that just kind of meatiness of the milk because it has the coconut. It's really good.
That sounds good. I like I put coconut milk in my coffee sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
It's really good.
This is coconut oil. Yeah. But anyway, it's beautiful.
I've never done that.
It's really good. I never did it either. I was like, let me do something different.
Look at that. 2 questions. 1, are you fine with drinking coffee that has gone cold?
I don't so what happens is in my French press, and I don't have a microwave, so I used to like when I had a microwave, I would heat up my second cup of coffee if the coffee was cold from the French press. But now I just turn the rest of the French press into iced coffee.
Oh,
but
okay.
Something like this, like I'm still going to drink this. I don't mind that it's cold. Like I'll drink cold coffee like that used to be warm if that's the only option. Like it doesn't terribly bother me.
Lindsay, does it bother you? You don't care?
I typically will heat it up, but if I didn't have a microwave, I would just throw ice in it. It would be delicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that hack. Lindsay, what are you having?
Okay, hold on. I have to grab it.
Okay. While you're grabbing, I'm just going to talk about what I got just to make it easier. So I went to a great coffee house in Burbank called Boulevard Cafecito.
Ooh, okay.
Which I go to a lot because they have tremendous green tea there, which is my favorite tea. They've got really good pastries. Sometimes they're vegan, and they're right next to a place called Boulevard Taco, where they have really good tacos. So it's kind of a win-win. Now I go there and get coffee or tea there quite a bit. I got a coffee here because that's the episode, and I got a coffee drink that my wife instructed me to get, knowing that I wouldn't drink this, so not to go to waste. So this is her choice.
So she's going to drink it.
She's going to drink it because I'm not going to drink it.
Okay, got it.
But I made sure, I was like, what am I getting you? Because if I just get something that I'm not going to drink, we're going to be mad at each other wasting it. So this is a vanilla oat latte.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Vanilla oat milk latte.
Really
so
good.
it's a latte with oat milk and just a light, I was instructed specifically, light on the syrup for the vanilla. So here we go. Vanilla oat milk latte from Boulevard Cafecito. It smells like a latte. Nah. Everything about it I just don't like. Everything. Yeah. Here's the thing about this. It's too coffee tasting and it's too milky, and I don't like the sweetness of it at all.
Fair. Okay. Well,
and it's
interesting episode for you, Kirk.
Yeah. I mean, this is, even though it's obviously it's milk, oat milk. My mouth feels coated, and I don't like that feeling. Yes.
So, but does your mouth feel coated if you drink black coffee? Because I thought it was.
Yes.
You were saying coffee coats your mouth.
Yes, I've tried black coffee, and the same thing. It's for some reason it stays with me. It stays with me, and I don't like that. Maybe
You're very sensitive.
You know what? I am, and I wish people would know that more about me.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
Oh, someone does. All right, Lindsay, what did you get?
So I opened mine, and the smell is already putrid. So I can't wait to see what this is going to taste like.
What have you done?
Why is it putrid?
It just smells weird. So, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for.
Of course.
What is it?
Oh my fucking God!
No!
Mind blown.
Now,
Lindsay,
it's
explain.
Coffee and cream Greek yogurt.
Wow.
Why?
Lindsay.
Chobani coffee and cream Greek yogurt.
Ugh.
And it just smells like fake.
Now,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, so it didn't go bad. It just smells bad in general.
It just smells like fake, like it is 24 grams of sugar. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? All right.
There you go. Oh, God bless you for doing this. You take it back.
It's actually delicious. You know what it tastes like?
Pudding.
It's like vanilla yogurt with, because it's Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
It's like vanilla Greek yogurt with like a little hint of coffee. Like if you had like a very mellow coffee ice cream.
I like coffee ice cream. I don't think I would like that because I like my yogurts like plain or like more savory like uses. I don't like sweet yogurt.
So, okay. So you want to keep that tang.
It's very sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lindsay, because it's Greek yogurt though, are you getting any sort of that tang that you typically get with Greek
Yes.
yogurt? You are. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're getting a essence that, would you like it to have more coffee flavor?
I don't know. I don't know what I want. It has a lemon juice in it, which is very strange. And it has coffee extract. It has milk, sugar, water, fruit and vegetable juice concentrate for the color. I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's not as horrible as I thought it was going to be.
Okay. But
I'm going to eat one more bite and I'm going to throw it away.
Oh, Bradley would need it?
I don't think so.
You're not going to torture him with it, be like, here, finish this?
It really is very Greek yogurt heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like a slight coffee like aftertaste.
Okay. Wow. I can't believe that you got coffee yogurt. And I can honestly say I've never been more impressed than I am right now with you.
Wow.
Amazon.
Big words.
Big words.
Amazon Fresh. Amazon Fresh.
I don't throw those words around lightly.
No, I don't think you do.
I don't. I am sensitive, but I don't use those words lightly.
Well, I'm glad that I could impress with one choice.
One choice.
Time.
You brought the house down. And now it's time for What You Eatin'.
What You
And we're going
Eatin'.
to close out the show as we do every show with a food recommendation, anything you are currently obsessing over or can recommend based on today's theme. Any sort of coffee thing you want to hype up that you love. Kelly, do you have a recommendation?
So my recommendation is actually, this is a reminder to myself to try something that I haven't had in a really long time that I keep seeing on a TV show that I'm watching currently, which I may have talked about before. I don't know. But on Below Deck, those yachties are always drinking an espresso martini. And I keep meaning...
No.
I keep meaning to make one and try it, but I haven't gotten the Kahlua. I keep forgetting to get Kahlua, so I haven't done it. But I want everyone to try it and pretend they're on a yacht. And it's 2 ounces of vodka, a half ounce of coffee liqueur like a Kahlua, 1 ounce of espresso, a half ounce of simple syrup, and then you can shake it in ice and then pour it into a chilled martini glass and garnish with a couple of coffee beans. And I just want to just offer that to anyone who thinks, I like alcohol and I like coffee and I like sailing. I don't know why it's so popular with that show and those yachties. I don't really understand, but yeah. And then if you do like to drink, I'd love for you to check out my other Instagram, my other project, which is called The Happiest Hour LA, and we make cocktails for your pleasure. So I stole a little shout out.
You don't need to steal. You are welcome to shout out.
Thank you.
Is this a podcast?
It's not a podcast, but it is we do Instagram lives, and it's an Instagram. We used to do reviews of restaurants and their happy hours, but we haven't been to happy hours since the pandemic, but we'll get back to it soon. But now we're doing like cocktail tutorials and chit chat with people in like the restaurant industry, and people who like to drink.
That's very cool.
Yeah,
That's very
thank
cool.
you.
What's not cool is that's not a martini. the thing you described is 100% not a martini. That's foul.
I agree with you.
Yeah. That's I
agree with you.
I love martinis.
It's in a martini glass.
It's in a martini glass, so they're calling it a martini, and
For sure.
that I don't like that.
No,
I don't
you're
like
right.
that at all. Lindsay, any recommendation?
I'm just going to say if you're not putting a little coconut milk in your coffee, then you are doing this thing all wrong. I
Okay.
highly recommend it. It's delicious. A little
It's nice.
cinnamon, a little coconut milk, and you're good to go.
Well said. I love that you put cinnamon in your coffee on a regular basis, both of you. I think that's a good little trick.
It's so good.
Yeah. Before I give mine, because I think it's similar, chicory coffee. Any thoughts?
I have had
That's
it
like
before.
Cafe Du Monde. We had it.
Yeah, that's like a New Orleans thing.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
But I don't really
Yeah.
understand what it is.
I know it's a stick,
Right. Yeah.
and I thought
They
it
come in
has like
sticks.
kind of like a cinnamony stick, kind of.
Is it like a bark?
I don't remember.
No.
We had it at Cafe Du Monde, then we sent it to a friend from there, but I don't know if I remember it.
I don't know if I can speak with authority on this
Okay.
one.
All right, interesting.
But those muffalettas, though, I'll never forget that.
Woo! Central Grocery, baby.
Olives are flavor bullies.
Oh,
Not here for it.
What'd you say, Kirk?
I said olives are flavor bullies.
Get out.
Olives are
yeah,
terrible.
go away.
You're wrong. You're so wrong.
Wow. You giveth, Kelly, and you taketh away.
I'm calling him like I see him, Kirk.
All right. My recommendation is actually a tea recommendation, but it might be something that a coffee drinker might like because it is a very, very strong green tea that you can find at like really cool, hip coffee houses, and it's gunpowder tea.
Ooh.
It's super strong. It's one of those, it's a green tea, but it kind of smells a little bit like gunpowder, and it is particularly strong. So it probably lends itself to milk, but more importantly for me, it lends itself to a pastry. So
Ooh, yum.
it's one of those, it's so bracing that when you drink the gunpowder tea that like, oh, it's cleansed the palate, let's get some more pastry in my gullet.
I love that.
Yes.
I want to try that.
Gunpowder tea. You can find it
Okay.
like at any really really kind of cool independent coffee house. They should have some sort of gunpowder tea.
Kirk, I have a question real quick. So you said that gunpowder tea was very strong flavor, very
Yes.
bracing. Would
Yeah.
you say it's a flavor bully?
No. No. Because it
Funny
doesn't.
that.
Because it doesn't a flavor bully is something that interrupts the flavor. That takes the fun out of another food. That interrupts what another food is doing. That's a flavor bully. Gunpowder tea is just
Kelly,
I'm sorry I asked. I'm already sorry.
Just let them have it. The listeners will email us. They know we're
They
right.
know. Yeah, they know. Yeah.
Lindsay, where can they email at us at?
At thehappiesthourla@gmail.com.
There you go. You can. So since we're here,
Actually, that's just the Instagram at the happiest hour
See,
LA.
Lindsay, you can't even do that right.
Love it.
All right. Before we end it, let's plug the shows one more time. You guys have a great game show. Fuck you, I'm smarter. Where can they find it?
Yes. Go on our Instagram at Kelly and Lindsay with an EY. Go to the bio and it's all right there.
Mm-hmm.
We're also doing YouTube lives, and you can find that link in our bio as well.
And you can probably just search it too if you wanted to just look for the podcast. It's on all the platforms.
Wherever you get your podcast needs, you'll find them.
Mm-hmm.
And Kelly, one more time, the cocktail show.
It's called The Happiest Hour LA. So look on Instagram at The Happiest Hour LA.
Oh, I can't wait to be on that show.
Would you like to be?
Fuck
But you
yeah,
don't
be on
drink.
that show.
Do you
You
drink?
don't drink.
I used to drink, and I used to write
You have
about.
to make a cocktail though.
I can make a cocktail. I have a
You
whole
have
bar.
to. Who's gonna? Okay, so your wife will try it.
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Yeah, then fine.
I just give it to Theo.
Your son.
Yeah, he's 16.
How old is your son?
He's 16.
Oh, sure.
I mean, that's the right
I mean,
age.
I don't want any legal trouble, so. You know.
Oh, it's fine, I'm sure. Kelly, thank you so much for being part of the show once again. It was
My
wonderful
pleasure.
to have you. We
Thank
will
you.
have you on again That is our show. You can find Food Fight anywhere you listen to podcasts. If you like our show, please subscribe, please share, please tell your friends, and please leave us a review. Whether you use Apple Podcasts to listen to us or you don't, but you do have an Apple ID and it's convenient for you to do so, please go give us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. And if you like even more food content, go ahead and follow our Yummy page on Facebook as well as Yummy on Instagram. And if you have a question, comment, or just want to tell us how wrong we are, send us an email at foodfightthepodcast@gmail.com and we'll read it on the air. Thanks for listening. Bye.
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 Well, guys, we're all caffeined up and we're ready to go to bed. Is that what happens? You have
That's
coffee
what
and then
happens.
you're ready to go to bed?
I guess for some people, some people take like NyQuil and they can't fall asleep. So
Kelly?
maybe there's a...
Kelly
What?
can have coffee at like 7 o'clock at night, and it blows my
Listen,
mind.
it's not that it doesn't affect me. It's just that I don't care because I need the coffee badly enough that I will go for the momentary fix.
Yes.
And not like I'm worried about the present.
I understand.
Do you know what I mean?
And I just think about the future and worry about all the problems ahead of me.
She won't drink coffee after like 2 in the
No,
afternoon.
it's like noon now. It's
Oh,
like
God.
noon. The older I get, the earlier it is.
No, I'm just like, you know what? I need this coffee and I'll deal with it later.
I love coffee.
I love coffee and I love you, Lindsay.
Oh, you're the sweetest.
And we love you, listeners.
Thank you for letting us go on vacation. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends. Follow us at Kelly and Lindsay. And we'll see you next week for some episode that Kelly's going to edit that we don't remember what it is yet.
No, we haven't recorded it yet.
Oh, we haven't.
No.
Okay, so we'll see you next week on an episode we haven't recorded yet. Bye.
Bye.
Fuck you, I'm smarter.